first of all, my name is J.D. Hamilton. I am going on, worked at the NCAA now 8.5 years, but I've been in sports my whole entire life. This is something I'm going to do from day one. And when I was a little kid, through elementary school to high school, and I actually, despite my 32 members of my family going to Indiana University, I chose D2 and went to University of Annapolis. Who at one time I was, like 130 pounds lighter. Thought I had a dream of being a student athlete, but they had the sports information as a major. Was the only one in the state of Indiana at the time, which was a combination of public relations, journalism, and radio and TV. Figured that I was too ugly for TV and too nervous for the radio, so I decided to go the sports information route. And immediately my freshman year, when I decided not to play basketball, I went to the sports information office with Joe Gentry, who's now the director of sports marketing at Butler University, and he said, "Yep, I got a job for you." And for the next 4 years, that's what I did. I traveled with the teams, I did releases, media guides, and that's what I wanted to do. And that led me to Ole Miss, where I had a great experience at Ole Miss, and back to Indiana, Purdue, which was very interesting when you grew up in an IU family, and Purdue, and making you be Purdue Pete, and just fun stuff with it, Purdue, but it was a great experience. And then back to D2 at Quincy University, and then decided to come back to Indianapolis, and I wanted to be a high school dean. I was a high school assistant athletic director at the institution at a high school in Indianapolis, and then I got the call at the NCAA in 2003, and here I am, September 1st, 2011, still a member of the NCAA Statistics Department and the media coordinator for the Division I football championship. Well, I think that day to day with the Division I football championship is just being in communication with our football SIDs that are participating institutions that make up the FCS level, and just preparing them, helping them with information. And I also help with NCAA.com, getting the information out to the fans regarding our student athletes, with opportunities to see what great experiences they're having on campus. There's a lot of ink that gets in the paper. It's always about issues of student athletes are in trouble with the law or the school. It never seems to be enough of the stories of the student athletes who embody what the student athlete's all about, going to get an education and having the opportunity to play sports. So that's my job too, is also to get those experiences out to the 12,000 NCAA student athletes who have the opportunity to compete while also working towards an academic degree and ultimately graduation. And, hopefully that, fortunately there's some student athletes have the chance to go on and play the NFL, or if it's the Canadian League, or, whatever experiences, but most of them, have the opportunity to go do something else in their life other than go into sports, and, it's just a chance to promote about what the NCAA is all about. And, it's a great opportunity to see, the best experiences I have here at the NCAA is just going to a championship and just seeing the student athletes having a great experience at whatever championship they participate in. Well, it was a great, the NCAA Division I football committee made a decision that to expand, the championship. They thought that it'd be a good experience to take it to another city. And Frisco, a great suburb outside of Dallas, it's a major league facility at Pizza Park where the MLS Dallas team plays. It was a great experience. We thought we'd take the student athletes there, and every student athlete loved the experience of a facility. Nothing against Chattanooga. Chattanooga Stadium is very nice as well too. But the difference between a city facility and then a major league facility like MLS, and the Hunt Sports Group running that facility, the student athletes had just a great experience, and just the city, the town itself is just a huge sports town. But the city got behind it, and it's a city that most fans from Delaware and also from Eastern Washington could fly into. So it was a great experience seeing Blue Hens and Eagles fans going crazy. And in the game, down 19-0 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, Eastern Washington puts together the greatest comeback in FCS championship history to win 2019, and then stop Delaware on a 4th and 10, in Eastern Washington's side of the field. What a great inning they had, and what a great experience for first time fans to see FCS play, because there's not the Southland Conference being in Frisco area, but not having a FCS school in the metropolitan area. What a great experience for fans to see that the first time of watching FCS football, and live, most of them probably, and seeing the game come down to the end and the great comeback, and having Vice President Biden there, and also the fan zone outside with all the activities that the fans have experienced to take part in. It's just a great experience, and the food's pretty good in Texas, all the barbecue. Yeah, I think that I grew up in a small town in northern Indiana, and we can give a sad song story. My parents were divorced early, but I always felt I had a great family around me, parents and family who went to college, and opportunities that they want to also provide for us. But teachers in my high school, my baseball coach Chris Reed, at the time I couldn't stand the guy, but everything he was teaching me for me to become a boy to a man, and what to experience. When I got to college, my English teacher, Miss Troop, she frustrated me because she always critiqued my writing skills. And I remember, example, my senior project that I spent 6 months on, she gave me a C+, and then I took it to my first writing class at college, and I got an A. But I also learned I made some corrections, but just what they prepared me to get to college. But the person professionally, where I am now, has been Joe Gentry, who's the director of sports marketing at Butler University. He was just a great mentor, and mentee still to this day. That he let me have a great hands-on experience. He allowed me to just jump in and be a part of it, and not. I mean, 1990 when I went to school, my freshman year at University of Annapolis, we're still licking envelopes and sending out snail mail, and using a ditto machine, getting the blue ink all over your hands, and it was the grind and the dirty, and it was a great experience because I learned what it like to be at the bottom, and I learned every step, and I think I learned from him that you need to work as a team to get things accomplished, and that's the great thing about the NCAA is that we work as a team, and there's so many great coworkers who also had these experiences at the Division III or II or I, that they brought those experiences here to the NCAA, and now we're almost 500 employees. We work like a huge team, and it's a great place to come and work every day. And I just appreciate especially Joe Gentry's of the world gave me an opportunity. Langston Rogers at Ole Miss, who gave me a great opportunity to learn at Ole Miss, and Jim Brugink at Purdue University, then Jim Namovich, who's now the commissioner of the Great Lakes Valley Conference. He gave me my first head job at Quincy University. So I got to give thanks to them for trusting me and giving the abilities to let me use the abilities that God has given me, and now here I'm at the NCAA, and I got to thank Jim Wright and others here at the NCAA who give me the opportunity to continue to do what I love doing every day. Special talents. I grew up in Indiana. Basketball is still my love because it's just just grew up in India. That was just what I dreamed of doing, playing for Indiana University and Bob Knight. But now it's the golf. I can't run up and down that 94 feet as much as I used to. But I love playing golf. I love sports. We my wife and I go to still a lot of IU basketball and football games. We also try to travel and watch other games. Experiencing to go to South Carolina and Georgia next week for a game as a fan, and I'm a sports nut through and through. And if it's not going to a major league, want to watch the Cubs play in Chicago or all over, we like to travel. And it's usually when we're traveling, it's around some sporting event and food. So I love to, like I said, I love to play golf, love the sports, love to just go to places that are off the hidden. Off the map, and get the best and greasiest food restaurants you can do, and that's also another important part of my life is just my Christian walk, that I try to live that example, and I've been blessed, and I just hope to give an opportunity to give back to others that people have given to me. Oh, I think you have to get involved. You just can't sit on the sidelines and expect something to come. Well, I'm not saying there's never been those stories of people that you've heard stories of just something falling last, but you also got to work to get to something that. The first thing I tell a lot of college, I still speak at the University of Indianapolis to prospective students who are going to hopefully come to the University of Indianapolis, that once you get there on campus, you need to get involved and get that experience. It's great to have the books and the smarts and understand the GPAs, but you also, a lot of students have great smarts and GPAs, but the experience is what kind of puts you over over the hump when you get involved. If it's working with the school newspaper, the sports information office, the school TV, the television network. When you get that experience, because right now I think a lot more businesses are expecting once you graduate that you're ready to go into that job. Internships are still very important, but I think they really want someone who can step in on day one and get the ball rolling. And there's not a lot of educating the individuals on the job that they're ready to go and they can just jump in and go. And I think that's just what I would tell the students who are in college or going to college, is just get involved as much as you can and learn everything about the job that you want to do for the rest of your life. Well, I look forward to experiencing and watching football and to the two until we get to selections in November. And it's great football, and I love going to it. There's nothing better than college football experiences of tailgating and this experiences around campuses when it comes to football. It feels so much different when you're on campus watching football, and how many great student athletes we have playing at the FCS level, and what great teams. Especially this weekend, I think you'll see when a lot of FCS teams go up against FBS teams, how good these FCS teams are, and we look forward to hosting the two teams who make it through the 20-team championship tournament. And we'll see them in Frisco on January 7th, 2012 at noon on ESPN2, and we look forward to hosting them. Again, this is J.D. Hamilton from the NCAA, the media coordinator for the Division I Football Championship. We just wish all the student athletes and the fans a great experience throughout this fall, watching their institutions play football, and look forward again to hosting two teams at the National Championship in Frisco, Texas on January 7th.